Yes, that's what I call it. A cyber cash crash coming. This is another prediction. Yes. I'm going to tweak it and get it right sooner or later. Sooner or later. I be having a few flaws here and there. But I am working on it. Okay? So, I would like to talk to you all about a travel that led me to this prediction. I don't want to talk too heavily about it. I went back to Zeth Zorton. Okay, so Zeth Zorton is one of the places that I've gone to many times in my astroscape and been revealed some events to come that are very destructive. And I know what y'all gonna say. You have so many destructive things that you see. Do you ever see anything good at any time? No, I don't. I don't see good things. I'm a good person, but I don't see good things, okay? I'm a very dark fortune teller that see many, many, many bad omens. And I have it's not that I chose this, okay? It's just they chose me, okay? And when you're in this game, you can't get out. You can't. It's not possible. You can go to your Jesus. You can pray on your knees to the sky god daddy, but in reality, my bloodline, my DNA have it to be this way. So I saw some very dark omens coming for us. And nothing is going to be all right, okay? Nothing is going to be all right. When you die, it still won't be all right. The only way for it to be all right is unity. Everybody coming together.
Let's talk about another
to ban this
cyber attack. Be prepared. There will be
work. No one is willing to do it.
Of medicine.
Everybody is leaving it for somebody else to get it done.
Catfishing.
Because you don't want to face the madness.
Virtual.
Food prices are going out of this universe.
They will be writing
you understand?
Fake prescriptions.
These tornadoes are deliberate.
When you get there to the pharmacy, they don't
more
exist.
Tornadoes to come to destroy crops.
Another way to collect hard
and warehouse
money. They'll also
you got a problem
with
talk to the father of the Matrix.
You understand?
Hello?
That will render no medication at all.
His next
got these scammers out there right
now.
So be very careful with all of these so-called, online doctors. You know what I'm saying? You know how you find these tele doctors, is what they call them, video doctors and stuff. A lot of them do not have credentials. They're just taking your money.
Okay,
some of them will have you pay monthly.
And people, why did you go there when you know they don't like
for certain medications?
I'm there because
only to find out they're just taking money out your account and they cannot deliver.
Because something wants
Beware
you to see what's
cyber.
there. I'm wanted by Zeth Zorton. When I was there,
I've enjoyed
events happen,
and I'm out.
I'm not going to talk about what happened to me with those events because they had warned me at one time that they were going to have to erase my memory and do some different things and stuff like that 4 years ago. But yet still I rise. I'm true to my master. Everyone has a master. Why be shocked? You have a master. And you're deceived to think that there's one supreme master. There are many masters, and these masters are at war. Everything wants the planet right now. May the strong God win. You got a variety of gods. Trillions and trillions and trillions of gods that want to rule not only the planet, but the solar system, the galaxies. They want to rule the dark spaces themselves. The dark spaces are vast, greater than the omniverse. Hello? I'm true to my master. You need to know who yours is. And the only way to know who your master is, you got to be having some conversations with your ancestors. You got to be honoring them, uplifting them. And if you're not, those are the people who will perish. Because the window is closing. That wormhole is closing. And if you don't get through there fast enough, your soul is consumed forever. There are many layers to death. Not only do you physically leave out of your physical body and your physical body returns to the God of earth, because that's one God, and nature, okay? But you also have spirits. It's just not a soul in here and that's it. That you got spirits and all types of things in here that comprise you. And there are many layers of death, meaning that even out of your physical body, that your spirits and your soul can be consumed forever. And you exist no longer. Because outside of this physical body, they're hungry. Do you hear me? So when I went on the journey to this particular place, I was actually immediately, as I went through the facility, comprehended. Is that that's not the correct word. Apprehended. I'm sorry. I was apprehended because I saw the events behind the scene with the money. And when I saw that, I said, this right here will actually totally destroy the last of what we got left. People looking on their online bank accounts and finding out there is no money. There is no money in the banks. Now, this is what's going on Zeth Zorton, but eventually it's going to catch up here. And like what I'm saying, in Zeth Zorton, they don't want me there to see the future and what is going on here. Now, a lot of people may not know about my situation with this particular, it's not a planet. The inhabitants of Zeth Zorton told me that it is sort of like an asteroid. They call it a quadrant. Okay, we live on a planet. They say they live on a quadrant. So, my gods want me there to get information, to reveal and warn the people and the inhabitants of Earth. Okay? So I told you all about 4 or 5 years ago about the event in Zeth Zorton where there's going to be so much violence from the sun. The sun will be out day and night. Remember, I told you all about that. And that Caucasian people had third degree burns throughout their bodies. So much radiation coming through. Now, it's not nothing I'm making up. It's just something that happened. I have no control over it. I'm just the messenger. Okay? That's it. Please don't hurt the messenger. But this was 4 or 5 years ago. And since that event, it's been getting hotter and hotter. And it has started from here in the southern plains of the U.S. And it will continue to spread all the way up to Canada, all the way up to Alaska, all the way out to Nova Scotia and Ireland, so much snow melt. The people Iceland will be able to go swimming on the ocean. It's going to turn to a beautiful tropical place. And the searing heat will continue to melt glaciers. I saw it at Zeth Zorton. So these Caucasian people, when I was in a clinic, this was 4 or 5 years ago, when I was at a clinic, it was so bad until there were children and there were adults, and they had their arms bandaged. And like I say, you would think that they were burned by a nuclear reactor accident or something. A nuclear accident. That was what was going on. There were clinics set up for this, for them to get treatment. And they had one place I went to, they had blackout windows. You know how they have these big, huge windows in these clinics, but they had blackout windows, and it was dark in a lot of households and a lot of facilities because the sun's fury was actually crazy and out of control. And I was there witnessing the suffering of the sun, and the nights. The sun was still out at night, oh my God. But it looked so vicious because it still was kind of like night looking, a little bit on the ground, but there was this yellow hue about the sky in the night. And I was like, what is that? Well, of course, nobody wasn't really talking to me. Because this is what I noticed about Zeth Zorton when I was in the clinic. There was a Middle Eastern man sitting by a window. He had no bandages. Nothing was wrong with him. Middle Eastern guy, Arabic looking guy with very, very fair skin, Arabic. But the white people had bandages, like I said, but he had none. I asked questions. I said, where am I? And I didn't mean to take this far, though. I was like, where am I? And none of the adults would talk to me. Only the little Caucasian child was allowed to communicate with me. And I felt so sorry for her. It's to see the children suffering. Understand, it was so sad. But, these things must come to pass. It was a total annihilation of the actual race itself. But, it's sad, but, I just can't talk about it. So she talked to me, and she told me, you're in Zeth Zorton. And there was an adult whispering in her ear to give me information. And she called out some critical places that were in trouble. And this is like 4 or 5 years ago. And like when I make predictions, I can't really say when these are going to happen, but they're in motion. And she told me some critical places that were in trouble. She talked to me about Huntsville, Alabama. And she talked about Cape Canaveral. She talked about a lot of places, and I said, all of these are space centers, because I looked them up. And this is where most of your space apparatuses or weather war vehicles are stored. I saw them. These weather war vehicles are responsible for most of your tornadic type activity. I know you don't understand, but they're discs. And when those discs are put in flight, they mix cold and hot air together to produce tornadoes. This is what's coming to most of the Midwest country. Midwest areas. It may come to the South I'm not sure. But the game is to destroy more manufacturing companies and farmland, where we get our food sources from. They want total control. They want to finish off all of the food, but they don't want blood on their hands. So they are doing it indirectly. That's one thing, them killing off all of the crops, all of the farm animals that we consume. That's one thing. But one of the biggest things is the money heist, where they will deliberately go in there and reset everybody's banking account. Now, I know y'all gonna say, Mama, when is coming? It's not gonna happen all in one place. It's gonna be scattered. You'll hear, oh, I didn't get my paycheck. I want to see the reaction. Listen, I've been to Zeth Zorton. I've seen the future. And they can't stop me from seeing it. They cannot stop me from going over there, okay? Because I got a higher God. My gods are more of a greater God than the children of the Matrix. Because even though they cannot reincarnate because they don't have souls, I can. I'm coming back. So let's talk. To all of you countries out there, all of the globe, if you do not conform with the children of the Matrix, you will be hearing more and more about leaders being assassinated. Get ready. Prediction: there will be another leader, another great leader to be assassinated. What can you do? This is hard work. You have some civilizations that have ascended to a point here that they cannot be visibly seen, but they still exist. Did y'all hear me? There are some lands and civilizations that are totally invisible to our naked eyes. They were able to rise above and beyond the Father and his children of the Matrix. Because if his children are able to see new lands, inside of his being is to conquer it, to harness and own and pillage it. Hello? So this is what needs to be practiced by any civilization. You must conform, or it's lights out. Okay. I enjoyed this trip. And even though you may feel helpless, like there is nothing you can do about it, you got to stay vigilant. You got to. And you got to prepare yourself. Get prepared. Food is going to deliberately be a thing of the past, because in their control, it's going to be a soylent green situation. Soylent. And they have soylent on the shelves. No longer will you chew food. You're gonna drink it. Yeah, those mashed potatoes and gravy and steak will be on a bottle. Yeah, you'll see the picture of it, but you're gonna drink it. It's gonna be a powdered, watered, liquid type meal. And guess who's gonna give it to you and drop it at your front porch? The children of the Matrix. Yeah, this is your new world order. That's what's going on right now in Zeth Zorton. I was able to see just so much. I'm like, what are those in the sky? Lots and lots and lots of birds in the sky. No sun when I was there. I just came back from the travel. No sun. No sun. I'm gonna tell y'all the backstory. I just don't want my videos to be so long. Look, y'all. I was looking out. The trees, the appearances of the trees had changed. The appearances of the trees had changed. They were not the same anymore. Our trees come from the base of the ground straight up. Straight. Then branches come off the trees. These trees were not like that. The trunk of the tree came up, and as it went up, it turned into like pyramids. And there weren't any branches on these trees. So guess what? They didn't have any leaves either, did they? These people not only were able to go in and terraform this thing and this situation, but they were able to go in and just totally manipulate nature to a point where it was unrecognizable. Those trees had no branches on them. Get ready for that to come over here. The trees were all dead. Vegetation all dead. We have to turn this around. Get ready down here. It's going to be hot as hell, man. This is not the place you're going to want to be. They're going to tighten these borders up because we're going to want to flee north. Anywhere where we can cool off. The further north you go, the cooler it gets. But not the kind of cold where you got these snow blizzards. I mean, it was just like going just to flee down here to get to Canada or get to Alaska, to get up there and have like 105 Fahrenheit. And my God, that was very cool. 105 felt good. That's what's going on up there. They getting ready to get them type of temperatures. Because, like, unlike now, they're able to control different parts of Asia, even Africa, with fake snowstorms. Let's come down here to America, Idaho, and different places right here. All of it is fake snowstorms. And get ready, because some fake snowstorms are coming. Also, what is going on is this. Let me tell you. Usually, because I had told Willie 2 weeks ago, I said, it's going to be a tornado. It's going to be a violent tornado. Because I saw a pileup of cars and trucks and stuff like that. I even talked about it on one video. But I didn't know it was going to be that bad. But they chose a different place. They chose the Midwest. They chose like places like Kentucky and all of those different places up there. Because setting those fake tornadoes, because see, these tornadoes are used to change the temperature to combat the Gulf Stream that actually comes through Alabama from the Caribbeans up here. Then what they do is they use these weather weather war controllers to combat that Gulf Stream. And they have to do it here, like in Alabama, Georgia. We're typical for those. Mississippi, places like that. But it hasn't been working. Because like right now, I can wear shorts. It is the end of the year. This is December of 2021. And I can go outside with shorts on. Why? Because they are not going to be able to continue to control the heat. So this time, they said, we'll try for the Midwest and see what that does. It's still not cold. We're going to January. Now, I can't speak for you other people out in other parts of the U.S. where you're getting these fake snowstorms. It's not real. All of this cold is fake. You can't get these cold temperatures here. And then in the Arctic, they're reporting it's 100 and something degrees Fahrenheit, okay? Know your weather is being manipulated by weather machines, weather crafts, okay? It's inevitable that the children of the Matrix are going to be extinct. So they want us to go with them. It's not fun. You're going to have a party and they can't be a part of it. Hello? That's not fun. It's unfair. They get a chance to stay. That's why the WHO organization, or whoever you want to call them, sits to the table every day to try to figure out why black people don't wrinkle early. And why black people are able to sit out there in 100-some degrees weather and chill like nothing happened. They want to know your genetic makeup and make it their own. This is why I talked about this assimilation of this new earth that they're trying to create over there. That will not be successful. So expect hotter temperatures, but get yourselves ready. Embrace yourself for another tornado experience. And sometimes it's good to talk about it, because when you talk about it, it won't happen. This next one is said to go out into the west again. They want to go back up there and give it another shot, because it still didn't cool the temperatures. They feel like it's a waste to send it down south, because they've tried and nothing has happened. Who knows, they might pick the south to send this weather war craft that produces tornadoes back down through the south. Y'all get yourselves ready. But their attempt to cool it off, sending it to Kentucky, did not happen. And the reason why they sent it to Kentucky is that through Kentucky and the Midwest and on up further is because where's the snow and the ice for this year up north? Does that make sense? Get ready, California. Devastation is coming your way. Devastation is just coming out down south too, but they're gonna start sending it out towards that area. California, you're gonna be hearing about tornadoes, and then they're gonna be like, we never heard of this. Arizona, different places like that, different places out there will experience tornado activity. They're gonna send this craft anywhere they can to diffuse the Gulf Stream. The Gulf Stream is hot. Boiling seas will begin to happen. Yes, the seas will start to boil. Cargo will be difficult to get over the seas. Do y'all know that the seas are getting hotter? No one is talking about none of that. I've already seen it. It's going to be a lot of loss of life in the sea. violent storms at sea, because all of the waters are going to warm up. Okay. If you all don't mind, please give this video a thumbs up. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. I can see far out beyond this place. Don't ask me why. It is one of my abilities. And I want us to be ready for it. We talking about how we're going to grow all this food. It's going to be utterly impossible because they don't want us to grow food. This is why they're going to distribute squirrels all out in the country areas where the grounds are fertile. Get ready. Squirrels, 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 lab squirrels. Trained to eat up all your vegetation as you grow it. Ants, 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 all laboratory. Mosquitoes, all laboratory. All injected to kill, to destroy. Rodents and pestilence created in laboratories. Locusts. They can program tons of locusts to go out and eat up your crops and stuff. All of these are the works of the children of the Matrix. They want to control what we eat. They're at war with grocery stores and food market chains, and they're at war with these people because they want to create our soylent green for us to eat or to drink. You won't be eating, you'll be drinking. And they're very disappointed because they didn't realize how resilient nature is, how resilient your immune system is, how resilient you are. The will to live is more greater than God. Do you hear me? Oh God. But we're still